The moon will rise again. I hope you'll be waiting for you, my friend. Up there, wait.
Good morning. This is Janice Hallman. I'm from the Compassionate Friends. My daughter Katrina brought me here. I have two guests, Sean Beer and Terry Steele, no doubt. And they're from the Good Karma Band, and they're my co-hosts. And I'm here to tell you that the reason that we're here is because when you lose a loved one, there is so much pain, and other people that haven't lost a child don't understand the pain that you're going through. And so what our group does is, our group is for anybody that loses a loved one, but mainly they're for the parents that have lost their children, but it's other people too.
Yeah, it has branched out.
And it has. And it started with my oldest sister, and then my daughter, and then my brother-in-law passed away, and then my mom passed away, and then
Nephew.
another daughter, or another sister passed away, and then my nephew passed. So that's quite a few, not counting this and that and the other, but it's something that you need someone to talk to, and that's what this group is for. And that's why my co-hosts and I are here to talk to about it, because we want them to let you know that there are people that you can talk to. Sean?
I'm really curious, the feelings that you were going through before Compassionate Friends, and the feelings that you felt after you have met the group Compassionate Friends. What are the differences in the feelings?
Well, I went there because this lady at the Social Security office told me about this group, and she said, go there, people understand what you're going through. And I didn't believe it at the time, but after I got to the group, there was probably 25 to 30 people there, and they broke off. They had ladies that had lost miscarriages, and ones that had lost, preemies and that kind of stuff, and some that had lost their other sisters or brothers or friends, but mostly most of them that were there had lost a child.
Right.
And they tell you things that help you cope with, because you don't want to be crying around people, and everybody says, oh, you can't cry, but there we want you to cry, because crying and laughter is the healing that you get. And that was the only group, because my family was real busy, but they didn't know what to say, and they were all busy working. So, and actually Jeanette and Larry were taking care of my mom at their house when it happened, and I wasn't very nice. I told my stepdad that he had to call Jeanette and Larry and let them know what happened, because I wasn't in the mood to tell anybody what had happened. So that's basically what it was. But I've been going to this group for 10 years.
Wow.
And sometimes I cry, and sometimes I don't. But most of the time you hear it, and they tell you things, and you see them, and some of them have been there for 19, 20 years out with their loss, and they're still coming, and you think, man, if they made it, I can make it. And that's basically what it is, to let you know that there's people out there to help you.
Right. So there must have been a certain level of relief once you found out that there are other people in your shoes, in your situation, that understand
Correct.
what you're going through. And I completely understand. You said that some people that have never been through it, just like anxiety or depression, right? Losing family and loved ones is really hard, but the people that have really never experienced it won't understand.
Well, I think that losing a sibling, a child, has got to be really extra hard. So I can see where you're saying that I don't really understand how that can feel, and so it's understandable. But since I've been here with the Compassionate Friends Salem chapter, that I find it to be a really good feeling to be able to help somebody that has lost a sibling or a family member, and it makes me easier to deal with my grief, and makes it, it just makes me a lot more happier. And recently, I just come across some info on a DJ friend of ours, which I won't say any names, but Peace Girl, that she had come out. She'd seen our posts and our stuff that we have for the Compassionate Friends on our Facebook, and she was able to give a little grief out and say that, she'd put a picture of her preemie baby that she had lost, and it made her made her feel a little bit better to get that out there.
Right.
And because keeping it bottled up inside is not good. Just sharing it with somebody, especially somebody that you don't even know.
Right.
And another thing also is everybody there at the Compassionate Friends has been through it.
Right.
So they've either lost a child or a loved one, and so they know what it's like. Either there's going to be someone there that's lost their child, or someone there that's lost, their loved one, or a sister or brother or a friend, and they're going to have some knowledge when you're ready to ask them, how did you deal with it? Just like you were asking Janice.
Yeah.
How did you feel before and how did you feel after?
Right.
And
sometimes it takes some time.
Yeah.
It may not happen right away.
Yeah,
Well,
my dad's death anniversary is coming up pretty soon. And his birthday's a little bit before that, and it just seems easier to deal with. And even my mom, I think, she doesn't have that much of a problem talking about it, just because she has us.
Right.
And and with a change of note, I just want to say to all you Compassionate Friends out there in the Salem chapter, just want to say that we GKB love you, and we had a great time at your barbecue last month, or potluck, excuse me, I'll get it right.
Yeah, we got to meet.
Picnic.
It was a potluck.
Yeah.
It said potluck on it.
Yes, that's true.
It was like a picnic, though.
But it was like a picnic.
It was awesome.
There were so many awesome people there.
There was stuff for the kids to do.
They did
They did a pinata.
A pinata. Oh my God, that was so fun.
Yeah.
And they did the balloon release. And
Yeah,
it was
explain what the
I was still
balloon-
busy doing stuff over there, breaking down equipment, so I didn't get to go and do a balloon release, or otherwise I would have done one. But maybe next year.
It was a pleasure for Good Karma Band to meet.
Yes, it was.
Meet the Salem chapter out there. It was just it was a great group of people. Even the kids were compassionate.
Yeah, the kids were very compassionate.
I took my daughter to the potluck,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you guys saw it, but the kids that were there were holding her, especially during the balloon release. They they grabbed her and held her while we did the balloon release, and that was my first balloon release I ever
you got to do it,
experienced.
huh?
I cried.
Aw.
It was beautiful. I thought about all the loved ones I've lost, and most of the loved ones I've lost, I tried to get really close with. At the the end of their life, my great grandparents. When I was a teenager, I decided that my great grandparents weren't going to be around that long. So now is the time to get to know them, learn their stories, learn a little bit about my family history, and learn about what kind of people they are, and become.
Yeah.
I didn't plan on getting really close with them, but I ended up getting really close.
That's awesome. That's what I do. Is the people that I have in my life. It's what it's very meaningful. I mean, it's I want to get as deep as I can with them, and because sooner or later, you never know when they're not going to be there anymore, or you're not going to be there. So it's like, why worry about the small stuff? And
time is really precious.
Time is precious because you're only you only get so much. So.
Well, the balloon release is for the loved ones that you lost, and they do it every year at the picnic, and they do it every year at Christmas at the Capitol steps. And
well, that's a candle lighting also, isn't it?
Candle lighting.
Yeah.
And I believe it's the first Saturday or the second.
I
think it's the first. It's second Saturday.
I think it's the second Saturday.
The second
so that way
Saturday
people still get to have
December,
Christmas.
That they take and they give you Well, there they don't do a balloon race. They do the sacks, and you have a little aluminum sack with sand in it, and then you can write on the sack, and then you light your candle, and they're all lit across. They all put them down in front of the Capitol steps.
And you bring a picture too, don't you?
Yeah, and you bring a picture of the person that you've lost, or your child, or who, you know, whatever you want, and you share it, and you put it on the table. And at the candle lighting, they give you a little candle, and then when they say their name, then you hold your candle up. But at the balloon release, it's just for, like this year, I had so many that I put 3 on a balloon, and I didn't know that we were going to stay there long enough, so I had other people release my balloon for me because I had to get back to the show to finish our stuff for the show.
That's how compassionate the Compassionate Friends are in the Salem chapter, is that if you're a little bit busy but you made sure that you got your stuff in order, they will do it for you.
And they completely understand. They did it for you.
Well, a lot of people don't realize that we celebrate their birthdays and we celebrate their death day. And usually on their birthday you can bring cake or cookies or cupcakes or whatever, and people just look at you like you're really strange, but it's something for you to do, and you can do it, but you can also do it on their death day too. You can bring something and you share it with people. A lot of people, you know, some people can't have sugar, so you try to be careful what you bring, but
I got some good news.
It's just something that you can do, and it makes you feel better, like you're remembering your child, that you're still honoring your child, and that's basically what it's about. The people that you love, that you want to honor, you're honoring them.
Right.
But I got some good news. Last month I had mentioned that there was over 600 chapters.
Yeah, it's growing
and
fast.
In 60 countries.
Yeah.
And well, I'll be darned. When I got home, I was looking through my Facebook, and well, the Compassionate Friends now have over 700 chapters in the world now.
Well, congratulations, Compassionate Friends.
Yeah, congratulations.
It must be.
You know what? I'll bet you I'll go home this time and they'll say they got 800. Because they're really, like I said, they're compassionate friends out there to help people. Because they know what it's like to go through it.
I really enjoy coming in here and doing this for the Compassionate Friends, because they are really trying to make a difference. It's not about money. I don't think they ask for money at all.
No.
It's just,
well, they do ask for some donations now and then, but it's not necessarily. It's not a necessity.
Well, it does make sense because they have to rent buildings.
But that's only for the main chapter, the main hub. They're the ones putting that out. I haven't seen any other chapters.
Actually, if you go to our website, and if you're a Fred Meyer, if you have a Fred Meyer reward card, you hook your name up to the Compassionate Friends. You still get your points, but they count those points towards our chapter.
They sponsor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
And so they help you get points to do stuff, and then they usually end up using those points when we either have a picnic or I believe this year we're going to have a dinner, but they haven't decided when and where yet. And that'll be either October or November, and then we'll have the candle lighting in December. But the picnic is always in July.
Okay.
And also on that post that they put up, they have these bracelets that you can get in a plain light blue or a lighter with white, like what she has. And for a donation of $2, so that way if you want something, you don't want to come down or do all that, but you want something to have as a memory of what you've been through, that you can get these bracelets. But you also, don't you get them when you go to a meeting?
Yes, you get one. You don't have to pay for it.
And you don't have to pay for it. So, but if you want to get some for your friends and family so that they have...
Well, I bought some for you guys.
Oh, yeah. And we... actually, at the gig, Sean and I both donated to the potluck because we just wanted to show our appreciation for the food that they brought, and letting us represent them, and we just had a really good time. Had a really
great
awesome
group
time.
of people, and playing music for them as a band. That was probably the strongest connection I had ever felt.
Me too.
With a group of people.
Me too. I felt like it was like I'd done, I've done this with them before. I'm with them, and it was like I've never been that open on stage as much, because when you get up and do gigs like that, you always have that little bit of,
Yeah.
you want to close up and just kind of, okay, we're not in the studio, but it's like, and then there's other times where you just be yourself. But and I've, over the last couple of years, I've been more comfortable than I've ever been. Thanks, brother, and you back there too, Mister.
Oh yeah, we have a special guest again today.
Yeah, our guitarist is going to be with us today. So
later on,
I love it. That's 2
music
months in a row.
segment. Yeah, I know.
And he was at the barbecue, the potluck.
That's right. He was with the Campassionate Friends
And,
potluck.
Anyways, I just found that when we did that performance for them, it was one of our best ones ever. I just felt so comfortable that it didn't happen. I mean, I found myself, just doing things that I don't normally do when I'm playing a concert, because everybody's either behind the computer where we can't see them, or they're way far away and they're having fun doing what they're doing at this gig.
Right.
But they were just all right there,
And they actually did really feel us express our.
yeah, because we played them the second song we played for 'em, Down Around the World.
That's right.
And I seen tears out there.
Me too.
Yeah. Which is healing.
And which was healing. So we were. It's like we said from the very beginning.
But in turn, it was healing for us too.
And healing and just to know that they know what they mean to us and what we mean to them. It was that just the real connection that we've always been talking about on the show,
Right.
with the Compassionate Friends and the Good Karma Band.
Yeah, I noticed Good Karma Band and Compassionate Friends
Right.
go side by side really well.
Because we aim to make happiness an easier choice through our music.
And we don't have fans, we have friends.
Yeah.
We
And,
like the personal level there.
Yeah, and also we just did a personal party
That's right.
last weekend, so we've still been gigging. We haven't got any time to get in the studio.
I couldn't believe the review they gave us on our Facebook page.
You want to tell them? You can tell them.
Well, it was a good one.
Yeah.
It was a 5-star review.
5-star review, and that because they've had other bands out there before, and they're like, these guys are the stuff. They interact with you. I mean, they make you part of the band, and they don't just come out and play their stuff.
We do. We treat everybody out there like
our friends. They're our friends.
That's right.
We don't have fans. We have
Remember
friends.
that the meeting is going to be the third Tuesday of this month
Third Tuesday.
Okay.
at the Salem Building D, which is the Salem Hospital.
Kitchen.
But it's in the diabetic kitchen, yeah. But there's a reader board as you walk down, and you just walk down this hall. And there is construction, so you just keep walking.
We know
but
about
there's usually
construction in
people out
Eugene.
seeing.
Yeah.
Our streets torn up, but anyway.
So we just wanted to let you know that it's getting close to the time. But remember, for everybody, if you don't have someone to talk to, if you go to the Compassionate Friends website, if you click or call and try to get their newsletter, there are numbers of people that you can call anytime. Literally, they do not care if it's 1 or 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. They don't care if you call 5 times. They don't care. That's what they're there for. And there are people that are willing to help you talk, because when this happens to you, you don't know what to say. You don't know what to say.
And don't worry, they'll get it out of you,
Yeah.
like they did Sean.
They don't pressure you, but they really
They know how to make you talk.
They really open the door for you. That's
Make
the
you
only
feel-
way I can word it.
Yeah, or make you
That's
feel
true.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Well, they have, it's important that people know that there's this group that can help them. It's important for you to know that there's somebody out there that cares, and somebody willing, that knows what you're going through, and they do help you. And it's nice to know that you have that. And as we've got about 50 seconds left.
Well, I want to give
We're
a
gonna
shout
close
out
down. Go ahead.
to some friends up in Canada that just recently lost their son,
That's right.
and he wasn't very nice to them. And so I just want to say that the Compassionate Friends are there for you. If you need them, you can call them down. Call us down here. Call us down here, no doubt about it, and be sure and pass on that message.
There are lending ears for you. And to finish up about my great grandparents, I want to say hello, and I love
Your dad?
miss my great grandparents. Miss him.
I'll bet your dad misses him too.
Hopefully we'll get to see him at the gig next weekend.
Cool.
My great-grandparents.
Oh, okay.
I lost them.
Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and tell you that we're gonna see you next month. So now we're all gonna say bye. Bye, guys.
Bye.
I know I barely know you. Thank you very much. Have a great month. The moon will rise again. I hope you'll be waiting for you, my friend. Up there, way high in the sky, I can see you with my eye. Oh. We want to thank you for tuning in. Compassion Friends will help you to the end. They're awesome, my aunt works there. She'll help anyone that's in despair.